Hello everybody, and Jess here, and welcome back to Tsuki to Laika to Nosferatu, episode 10. In the last episode, nothing quite happened again. No, that would be a lie. Someone made an attempt on Irina's life, some faction perhaps, of the government. Kinda, sorta, question mark. I'm not entirely sure. Some group of people who very much don't want Irina to be out and about because they're scared that she will spill out some state secrets and stuff like that, which is kind of weird because seemingly not even Gergiev himself is particularly concerned with that. Nobody is, except this mysterious organization who we don't know who they are. Are they perhaps under the orders of Gergiev's aide, whose name I forgot? I don't know. And I don't know if we will know that by the end of the series, because not many episodes were left. But yeah, Irina survived, of course. Natalia and her men executed mm, the dude that tried to run Irina over, and everything seemingly had a good end, which again is kind of weird, or maybe not weird, but it goes against the constant atmosphere of foreboding that I feel heavily from this series. I've been talking about it a lot, but it really is prevalent in me watching it. I constantly have that feeling of foreboding. Um, in general, Tsuki to Laika is kind of like that one scene from what's the name? How could I have forgotten? Yojo Senki, of course, Saga of Tanya the Evil. Not the best translation of the title, but it is what it is. That one scene where Visha and I believe it was Grants are in the medical tent or medical building, and there is a dude in the first plane screaming in agony, writhing in pain, and Visha and uh, what's that dude's name? Grants. Visha and Grants are just laughing heartily as if nothing ever happened, right? The people who aren't the main characters are living kind of this, maybe not dystopian, but this very USSR lives, right? But the main characters, they do live those lives as well, but nothing really bad happens because of that, which is very weird to me. It's very weird that Lev and Irina and Anya are just living their best lives, and meanwhile people are being disappeared, and there's that weird dissonance here. But I like it. I very much like it, and I hope we will see more of it. Irina is being sent to some facility somewhere. I don't remember. I don't remember the name of that place, but it's the same place that Rosa is from, apparently. And Irina will be a designer. Will help some design council or whatever they were called design better spaceships. So hey, she got a perfect job. She won't be disposed of because her experience is invaluable. Um, Lev is an astronaut, and let's be honest here, he will be the one to fly to space. Everybody's everybody's dreams are being fulfilled. Even Anya, she dreamed of meeting a vampire, and there it is, a vampire as her friend. Everything is going so well, and I constantly feel like at any moment, anybody of the cast can just be disappeared to Siberia, but no one ever is. And I'm thinking that perhaps this series as a whole will just have a happy ending. which would go against the entire atmosphere that I'm getting from this series, but I would love it if they did that. I would honestly love it if the series got a some super happy ending. I don't know, Lev uh, admitting that he loves Irina and Irina admitting that she loves Lev. Something like that, you know? It would be nice. I had all those ideas and theories about how they will have to run because Irina will be disposed of and whatnot, but perhaps not. Perhaps not at all. It would be nice. A little bit of a dissonance here. I a little bit going against the expectations, subverting the expectations. I know that subverting expectations is kind of a hated term nowadays, and for a good reason. But this would be a very good example of expectations successfully subverted in a very good way. So yeah, all that's left is to watch what's gonna happen next. So let's give you guys some subs. And speaking of subs, um, in the last episode, the subs had some minor issues with synchronization, and it seems it's the case in this episode as well. It is still the version by Subs Please that I downloaded, but the subs are modified by XX unknown XX with a zero instead of an O. Found them on Nia, and I'm gonna link this fix, those subs, somewhere in the pinned comment or something like that, so you can have the exact same ones. Or perhaps by the time you're watching it, the subs are already fixed. Now, one thing worth noting that the issues with synchronization, it's not on subs, please, because they are just ripping this everything straight from Crunchy and Funimation and stuff. So it's a fuck up on Funimation's part. Yeah, that's what you're paying for if you're paying for Funimation or Crunchy. You're paying for subpar subs. But hey, it is what it is. Am I focused properly? Now I am. Okay, so let me double check that it really is episode 10. I know, I'm paranoid like that. It is episode 10. So let me sip some tea. And let's roll. Tsuki Laika Nosferatu, episode 10, version by subs, please, modified by XX unknown XX, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. The tea is plum, cinnamon, and fig. Very nice Christmassy combination. Okay, the bar is closed. I love their chemistry. I really do. That's an interesting effect. White outline on top of black outline to make them stand out from the background more. And that is far too loud. That's much better. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that kind of double outline used. Hmm. So, yeah, in this episode, we're having a party, apparently. But the bar is closed. So, what are we gonna do? I guess Lev is gonna go somewhere nice with Irina. They're gonna go for a walk or something and connect even more. Yeah. Anya knew what she's doing when she set them up to go out together. I honestly wonder what's gonna happen in the last 3 episodes. I have no expectations, or rather, I don't know what to expect, to be perfectly honest with you. But if there's something worth talking about in this episode, we're gonna talk about it in the discussion section. after the reaction section is done. Chapters to the video, as always, are there. So watch what interests you most. A Cold Spring. Movie? Okay, she doesn't know what movies are. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect pretext for a movie date. Popcorn. Dust in the air. Oh, it's colored. I would think it would be black and white. And they're crashing. uh, yeah. Focus on the screen. Yeah, the space suits of that era. Space suits, the robots, the technology. It was something else. uh, Irina, you adorable goofball. The end. Okay, the night is still young. Where are we going next? Okay, I'm gonna grab some food. Ooh, okay. Night picnic is perfect as well. The lake again. Candy. She's just looking at the lake. What is that? Holojets. Okay. Yeah. Right, they're gonna be split up. How's that gonna go, I wonder? It very much is a celebration food. We always have it for Christmas, for Easter. It's meat and vegetables in a broth mixed with gelatin. It's like a very umami jello. Okay, good to know that they're such great friends. That's a deal. Northern Lights. They must be pretty far north. Okay, I guess you did see it. Hmm. What, you wanna get bitten again? That was an interesting moment. Yes, he does want to be bitten again. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. He's down bad, alright? Oh my. Very forward, aren't we? Bite me? Or do you want to bite her? No. He really wants to be bitten. I did not expect this turn of events. They're really going all out, animating this moment. Oh, who's the cock blocker? Ah, of course. Why? Yeah, just bite me. Oh, that rotating camera. Come on, bite the dude. That's a death flag. Okay, you need to come back from space and then I will bite you. Well, I guess you have to go come back. You have no choice, my dude. You need to get back and get your neck bitten. Even if you have to like jump from the atmosphere on a parachute like that Red Bull dude, you have to go. You have to get back here, my dude. Ah, Lev is being selected. Okay. Okay. Everything's double secret. Going to Albinar a week early. And they're gonna wait there, I'm guessing. Or not. Sangrad. Lenin's mausoleum. Mausoleum. And why would that be? Okay. What's the point in secrecy then? Maybe buy them some ice cream. Comrade Secretary. I was spot on her character. This seemed interesting, so she's here. She likes it when things are interesting. Yep. Just talking to random people, getting selfies with the buildings. Okay, looks like Mikhail is no longer such a hard ass. What would that be? Yep. Hmm. Ooh. Straight out. Or not. Okay. And thus the choice has been made. I'm willing to bet. The most interesting one. Hmm. What's your deal? I like you. You better not fuck it up. You better not be the one behind assassination attempts on Irina. Probably. She's the kind of person to do that. Are they also in Sangrad? So, yeah, I mean, Chan isn't really something used in not Soviet Russia, so it is kind of weird. Are you gonna meet Lev? You are gonna meet Lev. Are you gonna approach? Shoujo sparkles. She is gonna approach. Are you gonna bite him? Why the dramatic music? Who the fuck are you? Why? So Irina is still under observation, I'm guessing? They will have to run away. If they want their freedom, they will have to run away. I guess she's not working. Yeah, she's a test subject. Oh, so she lied knowingly. Okay. Because someone else will have that same experience. Ah, that's not a very homely, cozy place. One of them was chosen. Yep. Again, the atmosphere of foreboding is creeping in. So she will. Okay. You like to meddle, don't you? Hmm. What are you planning? Who is it? Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if it was Mikhail. Okay, it's Lev, the more obvious choice. Apparently not. Ah, so Lev has a more suitable personality for a hero. Mikhail might be better technically, but Lev is better suited to be a hero, to be an icon. Is he gonna try to sabotage Lev somehow? Slip him some, I don't know, something into his drink or something, I don't know. How's your heart, dude? What's the meaning of I want to bite you, my neck? I want you to bite my neck. It also means star. Kinda. Astra is star. I guess we have a new like star thing in the sky now. Constellation. Constellation, that's what it's called. No, it's Anya. But Irina would much rather see Lev. Call is ending. Where is Irina going? To see the launch or to be disposed of? Hmm. I think the Constant atmosphere of foreboding does have some purchase in this episode. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. To be perfectly honest with you, I am. Hmm. I still don't think it's the kind of anime that would kill off one of its main characters or even secondary characters. But I am very much nervous for them. Once Lev comes back from space, they might need to run after all to save Irina from being disposed of. Uh, okay, next episode. Is Lev unable to fly? Or is he just nervous before launch? Lies and truths. Lies, I'm guessing, refers to Irina lying about being hired at the design bureau. Truths is, I'm guessing, Irina telling that to Lev. That's like the most straightforward interpretation here. Okay, let's go through this episode again, step by step, and analyze it real quick. Yeah, the bar is closed. This thing, you see the lighter outlines around their black outlines. That's something I. It's the first time I'm seeing that. I have seen like lighter outlines being used sometimes instead of darker, but I have never seen both a dark outline and a light outline being used. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Hmm. Oh, there is some movement. Okay. Yeah, the outline stays. Hmm. Interesting. I thought that maybe they always have that double outline, but no. OP, OP, OP. And we're going to the movies. Is Tsukine Lin Fui no Eume no Pole. I don't know. It's hard to read it because it's Cyrillic, but it's not. Upco, no. Impossible to read it for me. Maybe if I spend some time on it, but interesting that this text isn't visible here or here. Just something I noticed. Yeah, Irina very much likes the movie, but she's way too into it. She's way too immersed. Like the adorable dork she is. There goes the popcorn. And of course, she's the one to stand up in a cinema and clap her hands. I'm guessing it's a movie from the UK, imported perhaps. That's usually how Americans are drawn. So that's my assumption. Okay, she's hungry and she has food. I guess there aren't any subs now. I like unload them or something. Okay, load those subs again, please. There we go. Night picnic. And she did make Holodiets. Let me check if Holodiets really is what I think it is. Holodiets. Hmm. Okay, the Holodiets, yeah. Holodiets is a soup, actually. Usually made with beetroot and yogurt or kefir. It's a cold soup. You don't boil it. On the contrary, you put it in the fridge and throw some ice cubes into it. What I was thinking of was, does it have any other name? Uh, Galart, galareta in Polish. Hmm. Okay, I guess maybe there is some version of it that's named something like Holodiets. But yeah, it is basically meat and vegetable jello. Sometimes with eggs. Yeah, sometimes with eggs. That's just what it is. And yeah, they're spending some time together. Anya was the taste tester, and it really shows that they are having a nice life. And it's contrasted with the end. Well, not quite the end, but with the latter part of this episode. In here, we are still kept in that, rather not we are being kept, but they are keeping the front, kinda. I don't know if that's the best word to use it, but they're showing us Irina having a good time with Lev, going to the movies, laughing together, blushing because she made him food, and they're spending some, quality time. And she spent time with Anya, and it's very comedic. It's very fun, very maybe not inoffensive. That's the wrong word to use it. But it's very slice of lifey almost, right? Like you would see this scene. Come on, like you would see this scene in a rom-com in a school setting, right? One girl asks another to taste test something for her because she wants to woo the protagonist. It's something out of a rom-com. And yeah, they're having a little bit of heart to heart, some in jokes, right? Hey, you better come back from space. If you don't, I'm gonna suck all your blood. Remember what was said. Look how pretty the Aurora Borealis is. And suddenly Lev out of nowhere has a flashback and decides, I want her to suck my blood. That was kind of random, not gonna lie, but nice. I want to feel that sweet pain once more now. Ah, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. Can't make sense of why, but my instincts want it. Probably some vampire magic thing. Once they suck blood out of somebody, that somebody wants to have their blood sucked. That way, the vampire ensures that they have a steady supply of it. Right? Makes perfect sense, evolutionary speaking. Right? just outright. No, he doesn't speak it out, but I love those rotating panning shots in this anime. The art style is fairly simplistic, right? It's mostly just solid swaths of color. There isn't much texture in this anime or many like complex shadows, but that allows them to animate them more and in more interesting ways, like that panning camera shot. If Lev's design was more complex, then creating those panning shots would be much more time consuming and much more expensive, and perhaps the budget would not allow for it. But since the character designs and the design of everything really is fairly simplistic, we can have moments like that. And we're having a nice tender moment, almost almost a kiss, perhaps even more than a kiss. And we're having those shots. They really are playing with the form a lot in this series, I noticed. They really are making great use out of the medium. It kinda is just sliding PNGs, but with the music in the background, it really creates a nice effect. And they really like using those weird shots, quote unquote. The shots of Irina's mouth that were super detailed in episode 1 or 2 or whatever, the super detailed eyes, the the galaxy that Irina was skating on when she was skating on the lake, all those scenes of space flight and her flying with Lev through the skies, and now those scenes. People who made this series are really playing with it, and I love it. I really, really do. You don't see many anime filmed, filmed, created with this amount of artistry, I guess. Uh, Anime are usually either made cheaply or they are made very realistically, kind of like very high definition, very smooth movements, everything choreographed really well. But you don't often see anime that makes use of the medium in the way that Irina does. Yeah, they know that it's animated, it's drawn, so they can draw, they can animate whatever they want. They aren't constrained by like real cameras and real angles and real level of detail. If they want to make Irina's mouth super detailed for a single shot, they can. They can go completely off the character table, a character sheet, or whatever you call it, and they can make her mouth super detailed for a single shot. If they want to turn the surface of a lake into a galaxy, they can do that. If they want to have this super fast swap here, yeah, this swap from one shot, one side to another, they can do that because animation permits them to do that. But things, of course, cannot be this easy, cannot be this pretty. Someone is cog blocking them, or I guess you could say thief blocking, bite blocking, and it's the boss. Yeah, Irina for some reason believes that Lev shouldn't be seen with her. Why? I don't recall that being said at any point. Like everybody knows that Lev was Irina's handler, so why would it be weird for them to hang out? I don't know. I don't know, but apparently it is. So, hey, we have a pretext to stop them, their kiss, not kiss, bite thing. But at least we get a hug. We get a nice, tender, warm hug and another another artsy shot, another rotating camera. Don't worry about me, do your best. When you get back from space, we'll meet again. Yeah, that's the promise. If you want your neck bitten, come back safely. Now, that begs the question, why did they set up their picnic here near the bus stop? Couldn't they have gotten somewhere, I don't know, further? Or maybe to the other side of the lake or something, so that it's guaranteed that they aren't bothered by anybody? If Irina insists on not being seen, that would make sense. But apparently, no, they were having a picnic at a bus stop, essentially. And Irina goes to Sangrad. Yeah, we're choosing, selecting between a week and 2 weeks to go. Glorious Square in Sangrad, Founders Mausoleum, and yeah, the decision has been narrowed to Mikhail and Lev. What was the point in keeping everybody in the dark if they just were chosen but not really chosen? I don't know. Not Soviet Russia does what not Soviet Russia does, I guess. And there's her. Hmm. I don't think she's behind the attempts on Irina's life, because she wants to use Irina somehow to make things more interesting. That's her goal here, and she just confirmed it at the end. At the end of the episode, that Irina is very much of use to her. Now, how exactly does she intend to use her? I don't know. Yeah, the public cannot know about Laika 44, so you need to pretend that you've always been living in Sangrad, so you just walk up to random people and talk with them. Hmm. Now, what kind of person should the first human in space be? What was Mikhail's response here exactly? Someone suited to be a great hero. Just straight out. Lev? No, I would like to say that me, but no, I don't know. But I know that they will need the yearning to fly in space even if it costs their life. That's why he was chosen. That's why he was chosen, because Mikhail is very down to earth, very technical. Going to space is just another mission for me. I am the best soldier there is, suited for that mission, therefore I should go to space. He might be technically superior to Lev, absolutely. But Lev is the dreaming one. Lev is the inspired one. Lev is the inspiration that the program would benefit a lot from creating. Right? Lev is the person who would inspire younger generations to reach to the stars, to reach towards the cosmos. That's why he is the better choice here. That's why he was chosen. Mikhail would not do that. He would just say, yeah, I was given a mission to go to space, so I went to space because that was the order of the motherland. Lev? No, he would be an inspiration. He would be a person for the history books. He would be someone for like propaganda posters and things like that. He is the perfect candidate here, and she knows it. And she believes that it should be a revolutionary who will lead us to the new world. That's her goal somehow. To overthrow everything. Now, why does she work so closely with Gergiev then? It would seem that Gergiev would benefit from establishment never being changed. He's the sole dictator of the country. So her trying to blow shit up and stir trouble would seemingly go against what's best for him. But apparently, no, he keeps her close and she seems to be his trusted aide. Anya and Irina are having a nice tender moment, right? They're friends. Let's call you Irina-chan, and I'm gonna get us some ice cream. And it's a nice moment. But then Irina wants to go to Lev, and guys in black suits. Very rude guys in black suits. There was no need to do that, but they did it, and that immediately makes us hate them and whatever they stand for. It's a great way to make the viewer hate someone. Make that someone do something unnecessarily evil. Even if it's a minor thing, make sure that it's unnecessary and evil or at least very rude. Right? Kind of like kicking the dog. How to establish that a character is a villain? Have them kick a dog for no reason. Or have them slap ice cream out of a girl's hands. It immediately establishes them as someone evil, as someone who we want to root against. Very simple thing, very easy to like do and incorporate, but very effective, extremely so. Of course, Anya is crying. Irina isn't happy either. And yeah, check up. I'll be working at the design bureau. Of course, I'm not working at the design bureau. So Irina created this lie to make Lev rest easy, to make sure that he's not worried about her and that he can go to space without any worry, without any regrets. It was successful, certainly, because Lev very much believes that Irina has a nice life in Sangrad. Hmm, but she doesn't. She doesn't. She's undergoing exams, but when the first human goes to space, which will be Lev, probably. The preview of the next episode kind of puts that into question. There will be someone else with the experience, there will be someone else who went through all of that. So Irina will no longer be necessary. And they are making the choice. Her, what's her name? Tsuki, Laika, Nosferatu, on Mal. Her name is. Once Mal decides to load, Lyudmila Harlova. Okay. Harlova is a very Czech name. I don't know. The delivery crew has done enough follow-up exams for N44. They want to dispose of her. Of course, Lyudmila doesn't want, because Irina is interesting, and Lyudmila very much likes interesting things. I welcome a revolution of this boring world. A revolution that consumes both the UK and the delivery crew in one go. Couldn't she be a weapon for that purpose? What does she mean? How could Irina be a weapon for that? Something related to media? Could Irina be made into an idol of sorts? maybe. Could Irina be studied in order to create some genetically modified half human, half vampire super soldiers? Perhaps. Although vampires don't seem all that different from humans in this universe, so I'm not sure how much of a benefit that would bring. Couldn't she be a weapon for that purpose? For the purpose of wiping out both the UK and the delivery crew? A revolution of this boring world. Ah, I have no clue what she means here, what she wants, what her. I mean, it's clear what her goal is in essence. It is to bring a revolution to this boring world, to make things more interesting. But what's her tangible goal here? Does she want to plunge the world into chaos? Maybe, for all we know. But why is Gergiev helping her? I don't know. I'll sleep on it, and perhaps I'll have some answers next week. We'll see. Of course, Lev was chosen. Why? Our motherland's rocket flies with everyone's dreams. Only someone who can make people smile and carry their dreams is fit to be a hero. Yeah, Lev is the one who dreams, the one who brings dreams to people, the one who fulfills the dreams of the motherland. Mikhail just follows orders. Lev follows dreams. And you get much farther in making people do the things you want to make them if you make those things their dream and not order them to do them. If the whole nation collectively wants to go to space, if young children are playing cosmonauts, if people in higher education want to be astronauts, cosmonauts, I guess, if they want to be engineers, that's the success of this program. It's not only about being the first ones to space, it's about it's propaganda essentially. It's about showing the nation that this is the direction we're going and making it alive in everybody's minds and hearts, making the dream of going to space alive so that they have more engineers, they have more astronauts, they have more candidates, they eventually have better technology, and the whole nation is united under the one goal of reaching for the stars. And Lev is the perfect centerpiece. If Lev is unable to, he will fly instead, and this shot, that tells me Mikhail will try to sabotage Lev somehow. Call sign Aster. Irina looks longingly to the skies and sees the Lev constellation. And no, it's not Lev, it's Anya. And it's time. It's time for what? It's time for your disposal. It's time for the launch. It's time for breakfast. It's time for dinner. It's time to meet with Gergiev. We don't know. We don't know. And this episode makes us even more unsure. If not for the scene with the guys in black suits, if not for the fact that Irina working for the design bureau was a lie, I wouldn't be this wary. Because I would be reassured by Ludmila's words that she wants to use Irina, that Irina is very much of use for her as a weapon against this boring world. But now I'm not calm. Now I'm nervous. Now I am nervous. Ending, 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 ending. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Shaking hands. It's Lev and Mikhail. Lev is something's going on with him. Either he's freaking out before lunch, or Mikhail slipped some laxatives into his dinner. Both possibilities are just as probable, honestly. This dude is meeting with Lev. Now, is it before lunch or after lunch? If it's before lunch, then that makes sense. If it's after lunch, then that means Lev didn't go to space. And why is he meeting with him? I don't know. Anya is very nervous, trying to reassure Irina. Irina is running towards a door. And lunch, lies and truths. Oh man. And I'm out of tea. Thankfully, I prepared myself and got myself some water as a contingency plan. Hmm. I was right when I said that I don't know what to think of this anime anymore. And this episode convinces me even more that I was right about it. First, it created this sense of foreboding that never went away, and it was based on like actual events, right? The Lev's teacher being disappeared somewhere, and our knowledge of what Soviet Union was like, the massacre of Irina's people, and all that jazz. It created that sense that anything bad can happen at any given moment. Then it started chipping away at it and trying to convince us that no, everything's fine. See how much fun is Irina having with Lev. See how much fun is Irina having with Anya. See how much fun is Lev having. See how good life is for Irina. They went to a bar and had a good time. See, Natalia is helping them. Right? It was chipping away at this sense of foreboding, and and in the last episode, the previous episode, it had me fully convinced that no, sorry, it had me fully convinced that everything will be good. That it was just a dissonance they purposefully created. They created that sense of foreboding that everything is fine. Everybody will be fine. And now in this episode, they did a 180 again. They confirmed that that sense of foreboding that never went away is real, is tangible. They like dragged the rug from underneath me with Irina saying that she lied about being hired at the design bureau. Then the guys in black suits jumping in, stopping Irina and Anya and treating them very violently. The talks of Irina being disposed of. It introduced that element of drama, that element of maybe even a little bit of a thriller, kinda, that very uncertain thing that that was present there at the very beginning of the series, and then chipped away at, and now it was reintroduced again, so that the viewer is no longer certain what are they standing on. Am I watching a slice of life comedy, or am I watching a drama? Am I watching a romance anime where the main protagonist and the main female protagonist are eventually gonna get together? Or am I watching an anime where one of them dies? You can no longer be certain. That's that's something. That's something. I don't think I've seen an anime that pulled something like that twice during its course. Shuffle kinda did it once. It went from very like school life, slice of lifey thing into almost a psychological horror, but it didn't go back to school life. Here, it went in the other direction, but it went back to how it started. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's interesting. Who is the studio? I have to check out the studio. Audible. Right, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't make too many things. Yeah. Boktachi wa Benkyou de Kinai, Monster Musume no Oiha-san, Hanasaka Kizuna no Romantan. Basically just Boktachi. 2 seasons of Boktachi and two OVAs. I might want to check those out. I might want to check those out because if they were created in a similar way, I'm very much down for more of it. I did not expect this anime Tsuki to Laika to Nosferatu to be this deep when I started it, but it is. It is, and I love it. I honestly do. I think every anime in my current lineup surprised me in some way. I'm super stoked about my choices. Hopefully, in 3 weeks, when it's time to find new stuff to watch, I will make good choices as well. But yeah, I think we should end this here because is there anything else that I need to mention about this episode? I don't think so. I think everything that needed to be said has been said. I'm very much uncertain of what's gonna happen next, and I'm looking forward with bated breath towards further episodes, towards episodes 11 and 12. Episode 11, I'm assuming, is gonna be the launch. Episode 12, Lev goes back. Irina bites him in the neck, as promised, and maybe they need to run, maybe they don't. It still remains to be seen, and I cannot predict which will come true. Even if I tried, I will be unable to make any predictions. Except that Lev will come back from space safely. Maybe with some, adventures, something burning, something breaking, but he will be back. That much I'm sure of. But tell me in the comments what you thought of this episode. How do you think it's gonna go? What do you think is gonna happen next? Just don't spoil me anything, please, because I know there's a light novel that this anime was based on. So if you've read the light novel, no spoilers, please. I want to experience it myself, and there's only 2 episodes left. So hold it in, hold it in. After I'm done watching it, maybe tell me what happens next, or I'll just read the light novel myself, honestly. What you thought of my reaction, what you thought of this episode, what do you think is gonna happen next? I already said that. Do you perhaps, can you perhaps think of any other anime that pulled this kind of 180 twice in a single season? Because I can't, not off the top of my head. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why in the comments so I can improve. If you want to be notified of my future releases, you can subscribe me down below the video, ring the bell so you get notified. And I'm not only watching Tsukitalaka to Nosferatu, I'm also watching Saihata no Paladin, Princess Principal, Takt of Destiny, which will be coming out tomorrow, And all those playlists you can find in the cards in the corner and on my channel. If you really like what I'm doing, you can support me on Patreon. A link is down in the description. Just for $1 a month, you get access to my Discord server, and for $10, you get access to any non-seasonals. This time around, it's just a single show, Princess Principal, but you get access to that 1 week early. In the next season, perhaps I'll do more non-seasonals. We'll see how the seasonals are looking. If there's nothing interesting, I'm gonna give a shot to more non-seasonal shows. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So as always, do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Cheers.